And we're live!
Yay!
Hi, peoples of the... sorry, that's your intro. Well, hello,
Stealing my
peoples of the
intro.
internet! Like always.
Me amo
Okay.
il sé.
That's not saying in Spanish, though.
Yeah, but I said it in Spanish. I'm quite proud of myself. Even though it's like probably the simplest Spanish words ever, but whatever.
It's fine. Okay, so welcome everybody. Today we're going to be discussing Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley, and I just finished this like a couple of minutes ago.
Oh wow, it's really fresh in your mind.
It's really fresh on my mind.
I finished it like 2 weeks ago, so
it's fine. I mean, it's short. It was a very easy read. So, do you want to say what the book is about, or do you want me to explain it?
well, it's mainly just about a guy named Solomon who is agoraphobic, which means
Exactly.
that he doesn't like to go outside, or no, not that he doesn't like to. He can't go outside or else getting panic attacks. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, this girl named
Lisa.
what's her name? Lisa. Has to do an essay to get into college, and she decides to do her essay based on Solomon because of his mental illness that he's going through. And yeah, I don't want to say too much more because it's a bit spoilery otherwise. So.
Okay, so yeah, that's practically it. It's not a very long book, so I don't know how much we're gonna be talking about this, to be completely honest. But so overall, I think we need to talk about like how we felt about it, how we rated it, and then we just go into spoilers. So, do you want to start? Do I start?
Well, I'll start. I gave this book, I think, a 3 or 3.5 stars out of 5. The main issue that I had, and I've talked about this before, is the fact I don't think agoraphobia was explained enough to me. But since reading it, Ilse has explained it to me, and I understand it a lot better now. But I just never got, I don't know, like I didn't really understand it when I was reading, and I still was just like, I still don't really get what's going on here. And I think just for that reason, that's why I gave it such a low rating. And then just because it was too short, I think like if they had made it a bit longer, maybe I wouldn't have felt that way or something. And I don't know, it just felt very meh to me.
Okay. So I rated this book, I think, a 4, but it's really like a 3.75, 3.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Not because I didn't like it or enjoy it. I actually really quite enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it, the characters a lot more than the story itself. But I think the only reason why I gave it a 4 is because of the characters, really. And I think the book itself has or deals with a very important topic, as it is mental illness, or a very specific type of mental illness. And I feel like people need to read they could read this, but they could read, like, they should just expand their like a little bit more about like mental illness, what it's about, since it's been a very kind of taboo topic lately about mental illness and what it is. And like you said, like you didn't understand what agoraphobia was. And as I was reading it, I was telling you like what it really was. And if you guys do not know, agoraphobia is an extreme or irrational fear of crowded places or spaces. So it's very what's it called? It's very spacious of how you can do it, because oh hey guys, Clary Frey is in the house.
What are you talking about? Oh. I was so confused.
Sorry, I wanted to say that for a little bit, but I saw it. Okay, so as I was saying, I feel like it's important to talk about it, mostly because it's an anxiety disorder, or it's classified in the anxiety disorders, and it's important because there are many anxiety disorders, and this is just one of the many. And I don't know, I just really liked it. I liked Solomon as a character. I thought he was very refreshing, and I thought he was gonna be very like monotone, but he wasn't. So I really enjoyed that, and I liked the side characters. Not so much Lisa, but I liked kinda. But we can get into that later on. So yeah, that's what I liked about it, and I guess we'll go into spoilers now. Wait, before we go into it, Jen couldn't make it because she has to do some college stuff, but hopefully she will join us for the next read, which will be said at the end of the web show. Okay, so let's start. What do you want to talk about first?
I don't know what to pick. We could just, I don't know.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about Lisa.
Okay.
Because I didn't know how I felt about her in the very beginning, and I still don't know how I feel about her.
Okay, neither do I.
I like her, but then I don't. It's a love-hate relationship. Like, I love the fact that she was there for Solomon to help him and other stuff, but it just kind of blindsides the whole thing, you know, like about her essay and like her personal interest, and it was kind of like not cool. I mean, I guess in the end, she kind of saw that she did wrong and whatever. But yeah, I mean, it just wasn't right. So I felt so uncomfortable whenever Lisa was with Solomon or like doing all this fun stuff, and Solomon was so happy, and I was just like, oh man, like, oh.
Yeah, like I didn't like the part where it was just like every time, I think it was Clark or something was like, you need to tell him, and she was just like, well, I need to get out of this town too. And I was just like, that part when she kept saying that kind of thing, I was just like, well, you're basically just saying you are using him. Like, you're literally just saying it.
Yeah, it was just annoying how she's like, yeah, I care for him too, but it's like, I need to get out of here, or like, I need to do this, and I'm like, you could have just asked him from the very beginning or something, instead of going through this whole lie, because he's fragile. Like, you know this already, because if you were an expert, or so you say, or you read the books that you do, you would know that this kid's not stable. Like, I mean, you already saw what happened when he found out. Like, it's like, whoa.
Exactly,
okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't like Lisa at the very beginning, and it just felt sketchy. And the other character that I really disliked was Janice. Oh my God, Janice.
Is that the religious?
That's the friend. Yeah, the religious friend. I was just like, cool. Like, when she goes to when Lisa goes to look for her, like, hey, we haven't hanged out. Like, well, you're gonna have to make it happen for me. And I'm like, what? I mean, chill. Like, what is wrong with you? And then they go to like the summer camp and whatnot. She's like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Bye. And she leaves. And I'm just like, no. And then Lisa just literally like goes because of this girl says, and she fucks things up with Clark and Solomon. And then like she goes back and said, you were right. You were right. You were right. And I'm just like, oh God.
Oh my God.
It's so annoying. Janice felt like Janice from Friends. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, yes.
So annoying. But I mean, yeah, it's a side character I guess we need to have, but whatever. And yeah, I just didn't like Janice at all. Janice was just really annoying. Who else I want to talk about? Oh, it says Clark and Solomon. Yes, please. Let's talk about Clark and Solomon.
They should have been a ship.
First of all, were you surprised when Solomon said that he was gay? Were you surprised? Or at least just like, you know, like, oh,
I was just like, oh, I didn't know this had like anything to do with LGBTQ like in this book. I didn't know that had anything to play in it. So I was a little bit like, I was like, oh, okay, this is where this is gonna go. And then obviously it didn't go that way. I think every single person who's read this book wanted it to go that way, and then nope.
Yeah, you see, I was not surprised. I think that I was not surprised. I was just like, I'm gay. I'm like, oh, cool. I was like, yay. I wasn't like, oh my God. I was like, oh, cool. I was so happy. And then when they were talking about Lisa's boyfriend not like doing stuff with her, and I'm like, wait a minute, is it? Oh my god, I was so excited, so fucking excited. And then I was just waiting for the moment. And then when we get to the scene of the pool where Solomon is naked inside the pool, and then Clark goes in the pool also naked, I'm just like, oh my god, is something gonna happen here? I was so excited. And then he's like, you're like my brother. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and he's just like, I live with I have like loads of other brothers. I didn't think anything of it, and I'm just like, no, you did. Stop lying to yourself.
Yeah, the skinny dipping scene was just like, oh my god, and I just love Solomon's like inner monologue, like, oh my god, I can't, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I was just screaming inside with him. But yeah, it was just so funny. It was just funny. And he's like, there's nothing. I've seen this is normal for me. It's fine. And someone's like screaming on the inside, like,
Oh, I'm just picturing everything. It's so funny.
It is funny. But yeah, I shipped Clark and Solomon a lot. And then for it to not happen, I was just very disappointed by that.
I think that's like one of the parts everyone was like predicting. They're like, it's going to go this way. This is going to happen. No. Because like
nothing goes according to what you're thinking in this book. Like literally, like you think that Solomon's like going to at least go. I mean, yes, he went outside his backyard and everything, but I thought he was going to be like, he was actually going to go outside, you know, like to the school or something, the mall, I don't know, something, but he didn't. And I was like, okay, fine, I understand why he didn't. And it would have been a little bit unbelievable if he did, because it's just a very small amount of time. But at the same time, I thought, like, for example, with Clark and Lisa, I thought we were gonna have a little bit more information about the relationship. I mean, yes, they were best friends. Yes, they were really close, and yes, I mean, I guess they loved each other. And Lisa wanted to go, and Clark didn't know what he wanted or what he wants, and I just expected them to break up because Clark was gonna be gay before, like, because of meeting Solomon, but that didn't happen either. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, and I really liked Clark's and Solomon's friendship, like how it all started, how they had everything in common, how it was just so easy to Solomon to like relate to Clark in a way, to have someone there for him, and it was just going into like this. It was beautiful, and then for nothing to happen, and I was just like, why? It was beautiful. It was not right there.
Not even I love you, but as a friend. Like, what?
I still ship it though, so.
Yeah, I think everyone still ships it.
I mean, the thing is, I think we got real, like, the book was really short, and I think it left like little like black holes in it. For example, like I was telling you about before we went live, about how we never find out if Clark and Lisa got back together, or if they worked things out, or, I mean, we know they're still friends.
Yeah.
But we don't know if they work things out. We don't know if they're still like a sort of type relationship with each other, or if Clark is even gay indeed. So I don't know. I was just very disappointed at that. But what you gonna do? But I really love Clark as a side character a lot, because he was like the voice of reason for Lisa, because she was so into like her thoughts or what she wanted. She like kind of forgot like that there was also like a third person involved in it. So I really like Clark in that sense. Yeah.
I think we should talk about what are characters. Oh, the grandmother. The grandmother.
Solomon's grandmother is like the best thing ever. Like, I love when she brought like all of this like aquatic stuff to him. Yep. It's like, here's the goggles, and here's more goggles, just in case, you know, for your friends. And here's a Speedo, and someone's like,
oh my god, the Speedo thing was so funny.
Yeah, the Speedo one was like, oh god. I was like, oh god, the Speedo. Yeah, I just love the grandma, and I love how it's like at the very beginning. It's like, so this girl sent me some. So if you call this girl, if you invite her over, I'll get you a pool. And I'm just like, what?
Like, I wish that would happen. Like, you know, I want a pool. Well, exactly. You have one. Well,
I'm
whatever.
I know, but it's just so random for. I mean, I know the situation is different, but it was just like, I'll get you a pool if you invite her over.
Yeah.
You make friends.
Like you're getting a pool for being sociable.
Exactly. So I like that. I also love how laid back she was. Like when Solomon told her that he was gay. He's
Yeah,
like,
she was just like,
oh,
okay.
my god, I'm gonna brag to all my girls and then I'm the first one to have their gay grandson. And I'm just like,
Oh my
what?
god.
And
Yeah.
Solomon is just like, what? Oh, come on. I'm a very hip grandmother. And I'm just like,
I was like picturing Betty White the whole time.
yes, me too.
Twinning.
Because I know, always. Well, except for one time, but it's okay. We're still twinning. But yeah, I love that. I really did. The grandmother was just amazing, to be honest.
The part at the end where it was like the phone call is like the grandmother is in hospital. My heart sank. I was just like, no. I was like,
I thought Lisa, or like not Lisa, like the mom or the dad were gonna be in an accident or something, not the grandma. But when they said the grandma, I also was like, no. And then when he was like, I need to be there. I told her I'll be there if she died, and I'm like, no, she's not gonna die. I was like, no, don't think that way. What is wrong with you? No. But I really like.
And then when like they get there and the mother's just like, yeah, she's fine. You're like, oh, okay. Well, that's good.
yeah, but I really love, like, I also love that scene where they get him out of the house and like in the van.
I really like that scene, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really cute.
And they're like holding hands, lying on the back.
Well, I wish it was Clark and Solomon, not Lisa.
Yes.
But whatever. But I really enjoy that. I don't know. I think as a three, like friendship wise, the three of them make really good friends. But I feel in a sense that Solomon and Clark could make a better friendship. The ship that never happened. The ship that got away. But
it's at the bottom of that pool.
I feel like something happened in the pool and just things were left to the side. I mean, come on.
Never know.
I mean, the thing is that what really bothered me about the whole Clark thing, it's like we never found out like if was he really gay, what was wrong with him not wanting to have sex with Lisa, did his penis was small or what? Like, I don't understand. Like, I need to know what happened to that. But no, we didn't get any of that.
We'll just it's open for interpretation.
He probably had a small penis then.
Oh my god.
Okay, what do you think about Solomon's parents?
I love them. I love the parents. They're like one of the two best parents I've read in a long time, because usually any book I read, one of the parents are dead. But in this book, they were both alive, and I really loved both of them. And they were just so goofy, and I just loved it.
I think my favorite scene with them and Solomon is when he's trying to come out to them. And he explains it via the Star Trek reference. Like, how the Vulcans and then they're the different species. But then again, all together, they just make this happen. And then it's like, okay, yeah, but what is relevant? Like, it's like, well, this is, and then when he says like, oh, they were just really loving and caring. They said that nothing's going to change it. I'm just like, why can anyone be like this? But yeah, I really like their relationship. And I really love how they put their son first, like how they put his needs first. And like, it must not be easy to have a son with agoraphobia and just like, like after trying everything, like looking for a therapist, like medicines and whatever, it's just kind of like, I don't know, like it must have been a really tough choice to say, you know what, okay, fine, like you're gonna be here and you're gonna stay here, you're not going to go out or whatnot. Like, it must have been really hard for them to make that decision. So, for example, when Lisa tells her mom about the situation, it's like, what kind of parents do that? I'm just like, Oh,
Oh my
chill,
god, I
chill.
hated her mother.
And I'm like, chill. Like, you have three failed marriages. Like, stop.
Oh
You
my god,
can't
yeah.
say anything. You can't say anything. And I was just like, okay. Like, but you could see, I mean, I guess I could understand Lisa's point of view when it comes to the mom because of her insecurities because of the mom. I mean, the mom is just all over the place. That's a typical YA mom.
Yeah.
A typical YA mom, absent mom, alcoholic, like not like very goes into very toxic relationships. Just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's all. Also, I was really happy that we got cleared of the fact that why Solomon was in the fountain because everybody kept mentioning it. I'm like, why did Solomon was in the fountain? Like, what?
Why was he in the fountain?
Because the water calmed him. He was having a panic
Oh
attack,
yes.
and the water calmed him. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's why he wanted a pool.
Yeah. I remember that now. Yeah, I knew that. Just forgot.
You forget a lot of things.
Well, I haven't read it. I read it like 2 weeks ago. But what else is there to talk about?
I think we covered everything. It's just a really small book.
We literally went through every character, unless there's one we have missed. No, that there is.
Well, we talk about Janice. Ugh. We talk about the mom of Lisa. Ugh. What do you think about? No, she wasn't really that present. She was mentioned a few times. I think she made one appearance. Clark's sister, but it was just like okay.
Yeah, she wasn't really there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
one.
but I
time.
love the scene when like Lisa walks into Clark's bedroom and she's just like, "Oh my god, I can't be in here," and then he's like, "It's fine," and then he literally calls down to his mom, and she just walks into Clark. She's like, "Hi," and it's like, "Lisa's staying up here for a while." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, because they were just freaking out, like, "Oh my god, she knows I'm here." The car. And I was just like, "Chill, like nothing's gonna happen. If something was gonna happen, it would have happened a while ago."
Exactly.
But yeah. I don't know. I liked. What else did I like about the book? It was just very short. It's like it's this.
It's so short.
What else do I want to talk about? Like it's just
the cover. I don't get the cover at all.
It's the garage.
Oh.
What do you? Oh my god.
I don't actually even think I even noticed that. I just saw the colors.
Yeah, exactly. It's the garage. It's black, and these are the lines that he had painted with just with the tape.
That makes sense now.
With the tape, and this is what he imagines when he's in the middle. Like he just imagines something completely different outside of it.
That makes sense now. I just never noticed it. I just thought it was a picture.
I am, and see, there's a pool in the back.
Never noticed that either. Just proves how much detail I pay attention.
That's the van. I'm guessing that's Clark. That's Lisa. See, that's the Star Trek ship at the top.
Oh my god, that cover's so detailed.
Can't believe you never saw this. What the hell?
I just never looked that into it.
Look at it. That's the Star Trek one. Oh my god, Kevin, I can't.
I don't even know myself. What is there to talk about?
Okay, if this book was longer, what would you have wanted like to explore a little bit more?
Okay, I would have liked to see maybe like 1 year later or something. That'd be like, or if that was just like the epilogue, like 1 year later or something, and we find out like they're still really good friends. Something, maybe Lisa got into like a different college or something, and then maybe like Clark has started to like venture out to like just not like majorly out, but like into like smaller areas, like maybe to like the local store or just like outside his house, like a walk up the street or something. Just know that like there's improvements happening or something like that. Like I don't really know what they could add to the actual storyline besides like maybe Clark and Solomon eventually just getting together and Clark being like, I was lying the whole time or something. But that's just, I think that's unrealistic right now because that's Saint. But
Well, I have a list. I'm just joking. No.
imagine a big scroll. Like, so number 1.
Number one. No, I wish we could have like have a little bit more Solomon in a sense of like, I mean, I guess we had a lot of what he was living, and what was the routines and stuff like that. But I would love like to see like a routine with his parents, or something. I don't know, his parents a little bit more detailed. I wish we could see a little bit more of Lisa and Clark, because I still don't understand. I still don't understand their like relationship. I mean, yeah, I guess they're like together and they're best friends, so to speak. But it just felt like, okay, it's just there because it's there. I mean, like, whatever. And and how Clark was just portrayed like this hot water polo dude, like whatever, and Clark, and it's just like, and then Clark's just like, I don't want to hang out with those dudes. Like, they just make me sick and gross. And I'm just like, you're not a normal high schooler. Like, what? But I wish we could also get like more of Clark and why he doesn't want to have intimacy with his girlfriend. I think that's the main thing that I wanted to know. Like, there had to be a reason why he didn't. And he's like, why do you want to have sexual? I don't know. I said, what kind of question is that? What kind of 17-year-old doesn't know if he wants to have sex or not? I mean, what?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I didn't understand that. And I wanted to. Because I feel like Lisa also needed to know that for herself. So I feel like Lisa, in the sense, like, I also need to know, like, well, what is wrong with you? But and I also thought
yeah, because if he's not gay, then why? What's the other reason? Like,
yeah,
maybe he doesn't actually like her.
I think they talked about it a little bit before going to the van, before the van scene. I think they were talking about how they kind of fell out of love, or how they just kind of like fell out of like whatever they were having. But it just didn't make sense because they were spending like most of the time together with Solomon. I mean, they were still together in a sense. So I didn't understand why they kind of fell off that bandwagon. So it was just kind of like, oh, they fell off. Okay. Happens, I suppose. But it was just kind of weird how he did it. Either way, I really, 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 really want Clark and Solomon together. Because I mean, even if they're not together, like, I want more stuff with them, because I just love their like relationship, especially when Solomon's like, I love you. And Clark's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Just like, but he was so cool about it. Like, he wasn't like, oh my god, like, okay, bye. like I just
ew, bye.
Yeah, I like that he wasn't like that, and he was just very understanding, and how Solomon is just like, well, I don't know how people fall out of love, but I guess with time we'll know. But I really liked it, and I guess I really wanted to see if Lisa got into the school that she wanted, or if she got a reply back or something. I don't know,
for some reason I feel like she still got in, even with that letter. For some reason, I just have a feeling she still got in. I think so too,
because I think she got every point that she wanted to make. Like, she made the whole. Wait, what is it? There's one here. There was one line apart from the last one where it says. Let's take away. It says. It's like, it's not about to disappear. We know it's looking for you. It's like, that's what we do sometimes. We let people disappear. We want them to. If everyone stays quiet and out of the way, the rest of us can pretend everything's fine. But everything's not fine. And it's like people like Solomon have to hide. We have to learn to share the word with them. Like, I liked like the whole thing, but then I like that line, and then I like the whole thing at the very end. What was I telling you about? The one So it's like a Star Trek: The Next Generation, really, where just floating in space, trying to figure out what it means to be human. And then she goes, and clearly, I need more time to float when I'm ready to take a step, though. That's what I really like, because she kind of like thought about what she did wrong, and just kind of like like Solomon is just another human being with a mental illness, and people need to like accept the fact that things are just hard on certain people, and how we need to share with them whatever is happening, and just I don't know. It was very nice, introspective
Yeah.
thing.
Like that essay definitely has like a lot of good quotes.
Yeah, I think that's what really won me over. Like at the end of the day, apart from like Solomon explaining, I just that and how Solomon explained what was happening to him, like when he was explaining what agoraphobia is, and how he explained like his panic attacks, how like he would give examples like this would be I don't know, like I will be doing this and this will be feeling, and then I will have to count to I don't know 5, 10, or whatnot, and I was like, whoa. I mean, I've had panic attacks. They're nothing like that because they happen so fast. Well, at least to me. To me, it happens really fast, even though they feel really long. But it was just kind of like good. Like, it was nice to read how panic attacks works. Like, it looked like the author made solid research of what a panic attack is. Because a lot of people think panic attacks is just like literally just going like really crazy. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just really like hyperventilating and just not being able to breathe. It's really scary. But yeah, I really like that. I mean, that's what I love most about the book, the last part, and how everything's just explained really well, even though to you wasn't very.
I think it's just because, like, I didn't realize the panic attacks that's what the agoraphobia was. Like, I thought that panic attacks were just like something that happened because he had it. I didn't know that they actually were it.
Panic attacks.
That's why I think that's why I got so confused.
Panic attacks are it's one of the many criteria that every anxiety disorder has. Like if you read like the list of anxiety disorders, every single one has a panic attack on it, but it won't be described as a panic attack. It will be described like heavy hyperventilating, or like what's it called? I don't know how you call it in English, but it's when you feel like you have ants on your like extremities, like when you have like I don't know how you call them, or when you're yeah, or when your heart's beating really fast, or when you're like sweating and stuff. Like those are like the main like at least those are like the critiques you can see or you can observe. But there are other things in the head that you cannot see, but are things happening too. So it really depends on how it is. And he has a very acute one. I mean, it's not like really, it's not very severe, but it's not really like low. It's kind of like in the middle. Because he really can't go outside. Like he can't. He just the thought of him going outside gives him anxiety. Like he gives him a panic attack. So that's really it. Like it's just like it's various situations of how agoraphobia works. Of course, for example, there's generalized anxiety, there is social anxiety, there is, and everyone there it goes from there. So it's very anxiety disorders are just very broad.
Yeah.
And there are just so many. Like there's so many. But that's just made me it. So I mean, I'm glad you kind of understand now what it is.
Yeah, I understand it now. I wish I had known that before I read it, but because then it would have like just made more sense to me like as I was reading.
I thought you already knew. That's why I didn't. I thought
no, like I just when I went into it reading, I just thought it was like like if you're like have a phobia of like let's say spiders, like you're afraid of spiders, like that's what I thought. Like he was just afraid of going outside.
That's just a phobia. There's no. The thing is, I hate this when people say it. I hate when people say I have a fear of heights. Like I am. What's it called? I don't know if there's a name for it. I have fear of heights, or I have arachnophobia, or I have xylophobia, or whatever. Those names don't exist. They don't exist in the book that I have, or at least the little small book that I have where it comes with like all the disorders, mental illness disorders or whatever. it doesn't, and anxiety disorders doesn't say arachnophobia or whatever. It doesn't say, it's just a phobia. It's just a phobia of something. Like you're scared, you have an irrational fear of something very specific. That's just it. It's just a phobia. You're afraid of spiders. That's the thing. That's it.
But that's what I thought. Like I thought agoraphobia was the name given to not like afraid of going outside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like that's what I thought it meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's why I was so confused. Like if I had known, it was like it's not just because of like being afraid of going outside. It's like full on the mental part and like all that part thing. Like I knew obviously it was something to do with like mental illness because everyone has said like it's about mental illness. But I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I still don't understand.
Like you can also see like little glimpses of how therapists can work with that, with anxiety, because Lisa was doing them. Like when they were playing chess or something, and she will see that he will be struggling like to breathe, or he will be like breathing really fast or like sweating and stuff. She'll be like, oh, okay, tell me about, like, she will use the distraction, because that's what we do. Or it's the same thing with little kids when they're having, I don't know if you, well, I don't think you noticed, but when I was studying, I remember one case of a kid who he got really very anxious when people ask him stuff. So instead of like being very persistent, I'll be like, okay, tell me, okay, let's tell me, I'll tell you a letter and you tell me, and then I'm with that letter, like the A and B or stuff like that. So just to keep him distracted, so that his focus wouldn't be on like the stressor or the stress that is causing his anxiety, or the panic attack. So that will help him. And I love the fact that Lisa was able to help Solomon in that area, because I think there was a moment where he was like saying that was I think Clark was there too when he was having like a really bad anxiety, like a panic attack, and then they left, and then he just said like, I just had that, hasn't happened in weeks. And I'm like, okay. So that like I mean, for them to be there, and for him to actually say like it has to happen in weeks, like they used to be like every single day, so they must be doing something right. I mean, just to be there for him and stuff. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I like that. And I don't know what else to talk about, because I think we have talked a lot everything.
Yeah, same. We talked a lot longer than I was expecting, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so do you want to tell us? Okay, so if no one else, because there's really not many, but if there's no one else here to talk about anything, I guess that wraps up this book, Highly Illogical Behavior, and Kevin's gonna do the honors and tell us what we're reading for the month of August, or what we're reading for the rest of the month.
Is it August? Oh yeah, it is August.
Yeah, this is July.
The book we are reading for the month of August is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Yay! I've already read it twice.
I have not read it, and I don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to read it, but I will have to read it eventually. So
I've read it twice.
I feel like people are going to think like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like Harry Potter, but I do like Harry Potter. The thing is, it's just not that excited to. But
you like more just like you'll read it when you want to read it.
Yeah, so we're reading that, and I guess we'll need to have a poll for next month too. Just.
Oh yes, we'll need to. Oh god, I have to think of a book.
So yeah. So again, you guys, thanks for watching. For the ones that did.
Well, Clary Frey.
Thank you, Claire Frey, for taking your time
of shadow hunter
of hunting shadow hunt of shining hunters of hunting just to be
Is that Cooper?
It's Penny. Ven, Penny. Ven. Wait.
Hey.
She looks so scared. She can't hear you. Go ahead now.
All I heard was that noise.
Do it again.
Wait, whistle or
Yeah,
the other
whistle.
thing? Oh my god, my whistle is so bad. She's like staring at my soul. I feel like she's literally giving me the evils. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. Wait. She hates me. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in another next
video. Bye.
We have to say bye like I do.
Wait, how do you do it?
Bye.
Oh, bye. Oh yeah. I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, how do you forget? You're the one who told me to do it. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.